guys, this is Modesty and welcome back to my 25 days of Christmas. So we are into day 20. I can't believe Christmas is in 5 days. But I am here with a really cool looking makeup look. I am testing out the deck of Scarlet. This is another one of those subscription service palettes. But this is their edition #1. So this one has already come out in the subscription service. But you can honestly go back on the website and purchase this palette if you are interested in it. And I'm just really excited that you can do it because you guys, when I saw this one, I was like, I need that one. You guys, it just screams me. And so, I mean, I think, you know, these are the shadows I have to work with, so this is the look I created. I'm sorry, it just probably looks somewhat similar to what I normally do, but I try to switch it up by like making it look kind of funky, doing a little bit of an ombre, so I hope you enjoy the look. This is a talk through video just for editing purposes. I'm really sorry about that. I will try and speed it through, but yeah, so if you'd like to see how I create this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So we are going to be going in with the Deck of Scarlet palette #1. First off, it has the same dope packaging that you've seen before. This is the subscription service that collaborates with YouTubers, and it's a palette for every 2 months, I believe, and it's $40? It might be $30. Anyway, it's right around there, so it's a good price. You get a palette which has 2 lip colors in it, 3 eyeshadows, 2 cheek shades, and then you generally get an eyeliner and a lip pencil. So it's a really good deal for that price. And I had a really good experience with my last one. And so what's cool is you can actually go back, you can order the previous. So this was like because I think there was palette #0. This is palette #1. So this was like the second one that came out, I think, even though it's #1. But you can go back and you can like repurchase old palettes. And they also sell, which I've been using these a lot recently. They also sell pro palettes, which you can buy foiled shadows. I have a few right here, about 6 of them. And these are really nice as well. So they have like a little shop. It's not just a subscription service. But today I'm going to be using this palette right here. This is brand new. Here is the 3, ooh, pretty. Here is the 3 eyeshadows. You have a bronzer / contour and a highlighter. And then you have 2 lip colors, which is Almond and Coral Kisses. I need to prep my eyes. I'm going to try and breeze through this. I'm doing a talk through just because for editing reasons. I know you guys like a little bit shorter videos, but for editing reasons, I need to do a talk through. So I'm sorry. I'm going to start out with the Sephora Pro palette. I'm taking the E35 and I'm just taking just a neutral brown, super standard, and I'm just going to blend this into my crease. There isn't really a light transition shade for the palette, so I wanted to start out with that because it'll just really help the blending process. I am taking my E45 from Sigma, literally my favorite taper blending brush because it's tapered, so you can get a really precise, you can get some really good precision, but on top of that, you can get some really good blending out, and it's also really good for packing. This is just like an all-in-one brush. I think everyone needs it in their life. It is the E45 from Sigma, and I'm just going to dip this into Fudge. Ooh, that has some pigment to it. Okay, so. I'm trying to be very precise. I'm using the pointed end first, now that I know how pigmented it is. And I'm just going to carve out, if you guys can see, so a couple of you are commenting, but I'm not mad at all, I totally get it. A couple of you are commenting about how high up I go with my blending shades, but I want you to just like understand. So when I go like this, my crease ends up here. Like, you see how, like, there's like barely any room. So if you're wondering why it looks like my blending shades go so high, it's because how high my crease is. So like when I'm looking like this, it looks like my crease is down here. But because of like how much my eyes bulge, my crease moves. So I had originally, when I was like this, I had originally put this dark shade right in my crease, right? But if I close my eyes, my crease is up here, but this is all the way down here. You see that? And so a lot of people think like, oh, you're not blending out your crease and all that stuff. I'm blending out my crease, but the problem is how much my crease moves. So some people have said in the past, hey, you know, why don't you ever go up to your crease? And it's because when I take the pictures, my eyes are closed, so it makes it look like my crease is lower. When I was applying the makeup, I was putting in the crease. So I'm having to bring it up higher and higher. So what I do to make sure it's always up to my crease is I have to tilt my head to really see my true crease, which is way up here. So if you guys are wondering why I go up so high, that's why. So now I'm dipping into the orange, which is called Sunshine, and I'm using the E35. Normally I would have tape right here, but I don't have it. Now what's cool about this, when you're mixing Sunshine and Fudge together, it's kind of making it a purple because, you know, you're mixing orange and brown. But it's a little bit more of like a reddish purple instead of like a purple purple. I'm going to take the eye shading brush, the E55 from Sigma, and I'm going to put Sunshine, the bright orange, on the inner half of my eye. The same brush, I'm going in with the green, which is Mermaid right here, and I'm going to be putting on the center of my lid. Oh my god. And by the way, I'm not using Fix Plus. That is so pigmented. I love this palette. And so what's cool is you can still go back and purchase this palette, you guys. It's not like because this was months ago that you can't purchase it. You can. And I'm glad I have it because I love this. And I'm going to be taking the same brush and dipping into Fudge again, which is the brown, and I'm going to be going right out here. Now I'm going to go in with a blending brush, but I just wanted to pack on some of the pigment first. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to use my E45 for this. I'm going to take a clean brush. This is just the the M562. It's similar to the E36 from Sigma. And I'm going to just go over the areas where they cross paths, and I'm just going to blend it out. So now I'm taking the highlighter, which is the shade Halo right here, and I'm just lightly pressing over my entire lid. This can give a shimmer cast over the entire thing, and it's going to help blend everything together because then it's going to give the shadows all like the same tone. So it's still going to have that bright color underneath, but I'm layering the highlighter. So as you can see, it just kind of masks everything and blends everything together a lot better. I'm going to blend out that crease up there with a lighter color. I'm just initially finishing off the lid. And I'm going to blend this out. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking some concealer. I did this in a couple of videos ago where I just start shaping out my brows with some concealer, and that also helps this whole area right here not look too muddy. My e.l.f. Concealer brush. This was in a holiday set from Target. I will have a link to it down below because you can still get it online. And I actually really like it. It was 10 bucks and you get, I think, like 7 or 8 brushes, which is a good deal. It's like just over $1 a brush. Do you see that, how it just looks cleaner up there with the brows and with the shadow? So that's why I do that. Alright, we are going to be moving on to the face. I am taking my Stila One Step Correct, as usual recently. And we're going to be breezing through the face pretty quickly. Just because I've been kind of using the exact same products. Cosmetics and my Wet n Wild ones. These are my two go-tos recently. Mixing these two because I really like the combo and the shade that it gives me. I really recommend these two. If you guys want a dope drugstore foundation or affordable foundation, get the BH Cosmetics one and the Wet n Wild one and you will be set. Pro foundation brush. This is, yeah, their pro set that came out and now it's available on their website. Oh, the finish of these two foundations is amazing. Which I like some too. My favorite one is the Catrice one. To set my face, I am taking my Coty Airspun Loose Finishing Powder. This is amazing. Such a good product. And I'm just like pressing. So really like set everything in and help it last all day long. We are going back into the Deck of Scarlet palette and we're going to be picking up the shade Sandstorm, which is the contour shade. I'm going to pick up the Morphe R10, which is just a natural haired contour brush. Ooh, that is a good shade. That is a good shade, you guys. Like, what is with this side of my face? Like, it's always like the highlight shows up more, contour shows up more, like. This will help make your bottom lip look bigger. And then I'm taking the Morphe M334 and I'm going to contour my nose by the, yeah, it's Sandstorm. I told you that. Alright, I'm going to be taking Milani Luminoso again. I've really been liking picking this one up again. I'm going to be taking on my Sigma Large Angle Contour. This is also a natural hair brush, so it's going to make the product blend out really beautifully and look a lot more natural. Like, look. I love, and like, look at that little luminous. That's just from the blush. Such a pretty blush. And now for highlight, we're taking the shade Halo from this palette, the Deck of Scarlet one, and I'm taking the Wet n Wild Pro Highlight Brush. And, ooh, that is beautiful. Look at that. Wow. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is so stunning. Okay, drawing brush my nose. Then, upper lip. You know, here, this will work. This one is from Profusion. I'm going to be taking the same highlight shade and going right at the brow bone. Blending shade. And I'm just going to make sure I blend it out. I'm literally just ever so slightly touching into the contour shade. And this is going to help blend in my crease with the highlight without, you know, just making it look like it's a one. Oh yeah, that made the whole look right there. You guys see the difference? Just a teeny bit of contour shade just made. Where is it? I'm going to be taking the eyeliner, which is a really pretty olive green color. It's very similar to the eyeshadow itself. And we are going to put it down below. I'm going to be taking this brush right here. This is the short shader, the E20 from Sigma. I'm going to be dipping into Mermaid, which is the shadow of this color, and I'm just going to set that. So what this is going to do is, because you're putting the same shade of eyeliner underneath, it's going to make the shadow itself more long wearing. You guys can know my overall thoughts on this palette, and it is 2 big thumbs up. Like, dope. I'm going to take the Morphe R39, which is similar to the E25 from Sigma, dip it into Sunshine, which is the orange, and go right underneath here. Okay, so I decided to pop on some false lashes. We are going to go ahead and do the lips, which we are of course using from, oh wow, you guys, look, that is long wearing. Look at that eyeliner. It's like, doesn't want to come off. I've been rubbing this. This is the Deck of Scarlet Longwear Lip Liner in the shade Cake Pop. Now I'm going to take a little lip brush and I'm going to dip into the shade, ooh, let's mix them. Let's be funky. I'm going to dip into the shade Almond right here. But then I'm going to wipe it off and I'm going to pick up the shade Coral Kisses, which is the kind of corally orange. I'm going to go right in the center. That is the makeup look that I created with the Deck of Scarlet Edition #1 palette. You guys, I love this thing. You guys can guess why it has, let's see, an emeraldish olive green, has an orange, has a nice rich brown, has a brownish lipstick, highlighter, contour. I mean, how can I not like this palette? You know what I'm saying? This is going to be thrown into my my regular rotation because I love this so much, and it's just very much an all-in-one. You know, the highlighter, the contour, everything. I really didn't have to use many products outside of this, and I love the eyeshadow. I feel like I can, even though there's only 3 shades, I feel like I can do a ton with it, and you can even use the contour shade as like a transition shade. I probably should have done that, but you know what? You live and you learn. I really like the lip liner. It's a really pretty nude shade. It's like the perfect nude shade, honestly. And as for the eyeliner, you guys, it is an olive green eyeliner with shimmer in it. How could I not like that? So I am all for this palette. If you guys are curious about this one specifically, then I will put a link to it down below. I'll also put a link to the Deck of Scarlet website where you can actually purchase items and not just the subscription service. But if you are into the subscription service, I'll have a link to that as well. Once again, you know, they collaborate with YouTubers. Every couple of months they have a palette that comes out. I think it's like $30 or $40. I think $30 every 2 months, which for a palette that has lip colors, eyeliner, eyeshadows, highlighter, bronzer, or blush, whichever it is, depending on the palette, that's a really good deal, and I really love the packaging. The presentation is amazing, so I'm all for it. Anyway, so that is it for this video. I know it was a little bit longer, but as I said, for editing purposes, I need to do a talk through, so I'm sorry about that. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. If you're enjoying my 25 days of Christmas, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. And also make sure to hop on over to my vlog channel to check out my Vlogmas. I am vlogging every single day for the month of December. And, you know, most of the time, you know, throughout here and there, because I am a daily-ish vlogger. So that is everything, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Mwah! Goodbye.